Welcome to Wonderland. Thank you so much for being with me and watching today because I really need you. The power is out in my apartment and it is raining. It's pouring rain outside. I just got back from a bike ride and my computer is dead and there's no power. And my phone is dead, so I can't even make a phone call. So the only thing that was alive was my camera, so I thought I would talk to you guys. And I went on this bike ride and I just had a couple things come up in that moving meditation that I thought would be really radical ideas to share with you. And they're actually not really radical at all. They're really simple and common sense, but they really hit me in the right spot today, if you know what I mean. So here's my rainy day, no power wisdom for you. I was having kind of a funky moment sitting here in my apartment, feeling pretty isolated with the rain outside and no contact with the outside world, which really wouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't even have a TV. I usually just kind of hang out, but I was feeling that I'm an extrovert and I get my energy from being around people, and I was starting to feel a little bit lonely. So I was just kind of in that funky state, and so I was proud of myself because I got out and I went on a bike ride even though it was in the rain. And a couple things came up for me. I was recently talking to a friend and giving her advice on a situation that she was going through in her life, and I also taught yoga this morning, which is kind of really essentially a form of giving advice to a lot of people at once, public speaking if you will. And I found that I had this really great wisdom that I can't really say is mine, that I've picked up from being a student of the self-help world and just loving inspirational work and being a consumer of that just for pure entertainment value sometimes. And I love it, so I soak it all in and I'm constantly absorbing so much that I found that as I was giving this wisdom and this advice out, like it was candy, I was becoming immune to it, and I wasn't really taking any of it in and applying it to my life myself when I needed it the most, or just as much as the people I was giving the advice to. So as I'm on this bike ride, I was thinking the very advice that I gave this morning in my yoga class, the very advice that I gave to a friend was what I needed in the moment, but I was so immune to it that I knew it would work for them. That's why I was giving it, but it was just something that I didn't even think to apply to my own life. So that is my first little takeaway for you today. Think about the advice that you dole out and make sure that you are applying it to your life. I know I used to apply that to my life, but it just kind of became one of those things that I just kind of forgot about. I was giving it out, but I wasn't taking any of it in. So make sure you take in the advice that you give out. Very important. And secondly, as I'm riding my bike, where I live is really hilly, so I can't just go on a flat bike ride. There's constantly a hill either at the beginning or the end. It's unavoidable. Sometimes it makes me not want to go out on a bike ride at all, just for those hills. So today, when I was on one of those hills and I'd made it all the way up, I knew that the downhill portion of the bike ride was coming. And I was so excited for that. The whole time I'm going up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. And it wasn't that I wished that the land was flatter. It was that I got this beautiful lesson of, in life, there's going to be hills. They're unavoidable, just like where I live with my bike rides. They're freaking avoidable, unfortunately. Or we can turn that around, fortunately, because all hills are opportunities for you to build up that momentum. Build it up for when you're going down, for when you need it. So on those times that you're really happy, or it's a downhill, and using my bike analogy, not to be sad that it might be over or for worrying about what's coming next, but be as present and as happy as you can in that moment, not just for that moment, but so then you can stock up that goodness for when you need it on a rainy day like today. So be as happy and as present as you can on your ups, so then your downs will be a little bit smoother. So hopefully you can take this advice and actually use it and not just dole it out, but dole it out too. So subscribe, share with your friends. Hopefully this resonated with you. And thank you so much for being there for me. I know right now it's just my camera, but I know there's so many of you out there listening and watching and sharing, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my blog. I'm so grateful for all of you guys and giving me this platform to have a friend when I'm feeling lonely. And that's what I want to say, that it's not always sunshine and butterflies. Even in Wonderland the power goes out, but it's how you can get back up, how you can stock up that goodness for a rainy day so the rainy days aren't really all that bad. So take that with you, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye!